But yes, on to the Rona.
Yes.
Thank goodness that's
Well,
finished.
we did it.
We did. We
Are
got
you
through it.
are you a COVID survivor?
I am. But here's the thing: people are going to think you're so bad. I think I had it last week.
Oh.
I did do a test when I didn't feel 100%, and it was negative. But as it got worse throughout the week, I just was like, I've got too much to do.
Yeah.
I can't do a test. But let me say, it wasn't anything outside of the house. It's just work related.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford to be off.
It's fair enough though. Like, I think people are now. It hasn't exactly gone away, but people are like, oh well. Like,
Well, like, you look at England, nobody wears masks anymore.
no.
And even here.
Like, even I went to Tesco the other day for the first time in a while, and I like had my mask in my pocket, but I just forgot because nobody else was wearing it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. It wasn't until I came out and reached into my pocket I was like, oh, I have my mask here because nobody else was wearing it. So I was just kind of like, well, people have forgotten it quite quickly after 2 years of it kind of floating about.
But no, I am just happy that it's kind of over, because it stressed me out a wee bit because everybody else was stressed out, and I'm like, why am I so laid back here?
Yeah.
Why am I not stressed out? So that made me stressed out, if that makes sense. Yeah.
I got to the point where, like, I think we went to play, or we were throwing the American football about, and my mum was like, well, just make sure you wash your hands, like, after you've touched the ball and everything. And I was like, the chances of you having it at that point, bear in mind this is like after the very first lockdown, so there wasn't even that many cases compared to like last year or whatever. It's just like, right, you need to like chill out a wee bit because you're starting to worry yourself. Like,
Yeah.
just relax.
But I think that was the whole problem. A lot of people were just really stressing other people out and making a bigger deal than it was. And I get, for people who had underlying health issues, it was stressful. But I just think it was made a far bigger deal than it needed to be. And I just don't think, I'm not a politics guy and I don't get into politics, but I generally think the way it was handled compared to the likes of New Zealand and Australia was pretty poor. So
Yeah, I know here was a bit different, but UK had, well, they're in Ireland, so they can literally just be like, nah, you're not coming in. As soon as the first case popped up in Italy, they should have been like, we're going to get ahead of this. We're just not allowing anybody in.
Yeah.
Like,
But
we'll give
just
out
spread.
temporary visas for like UK people that want to come back or whatever, but
yeah,
it's too big a risk to kind of. I mean, that's exactly what Australia did. They were like, nah.
yeah, and I think that was the best thing to do. Just stop everything from happening. Like, I remember, I don't actually think there were fans. I was watching the Super Rugby the other day. I don't think there were fans in the stadium.
I think they still have them limited.
So it's interesting to see it that way. Whereas now there's nightclubs and everything over here.
Like, even in the news, like, it used to be the first thing you heard in the news. Now it's maybe like a 30-second clip telling you how many people have tested positive. And let's be honest, whenever I had COVID, I didn't record it.
Yeah.
I like did a test and everything, it was positive, but it didn't put it up anywhere. Like, it didn't say that, like, whoever does it over here, the Department of Health, that I had it.
Yeah.
So how many people, the numbers aren't like a true reflection because people didn't bother
Exactly.
recording it. But then when my parents got it, my dad was like, military operation, he had to like record everyone.
Oh,
I was
serious?
like, Paul, come on, like, mind your neck in.
But no, it's good to see places are open again.